Hey y'all, I'm coming today with week 20 update. If you hear something, it's my husband. He's playing the game in the computer room online with friends. So if you hear something, it's him. Um, I did want to do a belly shot finally, excuse me, but I'm having to bootleg my lighting because he's in there. So yeah, it's not gonna work. I do have on makeup, but this is all day makeup. This is all day hair. And we were at church quite a while today because today is our. Okay, y'all, I had to pause and tell him to hush and close the door because he was just too loud. But today is our fellowship Sunday, so um, yeah, we were at church for a long time, and we're part of the kitchen ministry, so we stay and help clean up and stuff. I do what I can. So, anyways, we are 20 weeks, 20 weeks in like 2 days. Basically, what I'm going to do, I did have a video that was talking about week 19, but y'all, it was just too long. And I'm starting now to upload videos, and I'm recording. Hopefully this will be the only video that I record on my phone. And it was just too long, so it didn't even let me record a lot, so I had to delete it. But 20 weeks. Okay, first of all, we have been released from the fertility clinic. We did conceive naturally, but because we were under the care of a fertility clinic, we had to go to the first trimester. We were released. We were like almost 15 weeks, which was fine. I thought that I was going to be so happy because the fertility clinic is an hour to hour and a half away, give or take traffic. Yeah, and that's both ways, so that's almost a 3 hour round trip. Um, I love the clinic. Now the clinic was nice, it was beautiful, but yeah, it was very tiring. And by my husband being military, he was able to go to every appointment except for one, and on that one he wasn't able to go with me. I was struggling, like I really was. I was so tired. So basically we got released, and we got released on a Monday. Our last appointment was Monday. We did find out the gender at 14 weeks, which I am going to say the gender at the end. We found out gender at 14 weeks, but I saw the gender. The ultrasound technician saw the gender, but my husband was like, I don't see it. So that was 14 weeks. So I'm gonna come back to that. So like I said, we got released on the Monday. The very next day, Tuesday, I noticed that I just wasn't feeling right. I'm like, my head, like that Tuesday night, if you hear something, it's like some motorcycles going by or something. Tuesday night, my head was like hurting really bad. So for a whole week, just that night, my head would hurt really, really bad. So I'm trying to call to talk to somebody because again, technically we're released from the fertility place. We're technically not going here on post where we live. And so we kind of in limbo. Finally, I ended up just going to the hospital because it was taking nobody was calling me back. I had been calling, trying to talk to somebody all morning, the nurse Caroline or whatever. So I ended up going to the hospital. I ended up having to stay there for like an hour just to be seen, which wasn't that bad. So they checked everything. Everything was perfectly fine with the baby. My pressure was fine because since I am a bigger girl, I'm not the biggest, but I'm not the smallest. So I've always been kind of, scared of like preeclampsia and stuff like that. But my pressure, everything was perfectly fine. So they asked me, how much water do you drink? Okay, well, come to find out, I was getting dehydrated, which to my defense, I asked the place, the fertility clinic, I was trying to stay on top of everything. And they kept telling me, oh, no, 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 you're fine. As long as you're getting fluids, as long as you're keeping fluids down. Because, my first trimester, I had morning sickness so bad. They were like, as long as you keep your fluids down, it don't matter if it's juice, if it's water, it doesn't matter. Well, needless to say, it matters. So, I had headaches so bad that I would be almost in a fetal position. They were so bad, and I wasn't taking anything. So what I did was I ended up for like a week, I would just measure out my water. But if you're pregnant or you're just trying to get your water in, I went to Dollar Tree. This is my favorite color, purple. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got this cup. It's 36 ounces, and I drink two of these a day. I try to, if I don't get it one day, if I only get one day, I'll definitely get it the next day. Okay, so that was that. So I had to go for a couple of days consecutively for them to check my pressure. Then we finally had our orientation, which is our first like appointment here on post. I'm thinking we're gonna see an ultrasound. No, they set us up for another appointment. The next appointment, we just talked to the doctor, which she gave some really good information because I had some questions about the folic acid pills that I was taking, and she told me I could stop taking those and whatnot. So she was like, well, we're going to schedule you for an anatomy scan, the anatomy scan. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking that they're going to do an ultrasound. No, well, she did do an ultrasound just to check everything because the night before that appointment, I had been hurting a little bit. And I'm just very cautious because of our ectopic pregnancy and everything. I am very cautious. Y'all, it's so crazy because a part of me complained about the fertility clinic just because of the distance and the time it took. But nobody told me, this is my first viable pregnancy, this is my first child. Nobody told me that you only get like 2 ultrasounds your whole pregnancy. Nobody told me that. I never knew that. So when we were going to the fertility clinic, I actually got the first trimester. We have like 4 or 5 ultrasounds because we were going every 2 weeks. So when I found out that they was like, no, I feel so bad now, but I know it was the hormones. I had just a breakdown. I called my husband. Well, let me get to that. So, they did an ultrasound, which me and my husband both laughed at it because y'all, it was night and day. The ultrasound looked nothing like the ultrasounds that we were used to at the fertility clinic, like nothing. And when we left out the room, we got back to the car. My husband said, well, this is the Army for you. Welcome to the Army. Because y'all, it was just so basic. And even the date on the ultrasound was like from 2001. And we really laughed at that. So they told me it was like, give it a couple of days. I did have to do like a lot of testing and glucose, drink the glucose stuff, and because they didn't do any of that at a fertility clinic. So I called to schedule the anatomy scan, and they told me a date. And I'm like, okay. I called like March the, I don't know, like March the 8th or something like that. They told me, oh, the first day we can see you is March 30th. So I'm thinking, well, we are on a very large military installation. Maybe they just, booked up to then. So I asked, I was like, oh, okay, is that just your first available date? The lady was like, no, ma'am, it's not. But we can't see you until you're 22 weeks. And I'm like, 22 weeks? I was like, okay, fine. As soon as I hung up the phone, that's when I had my breakdown. Y'all, I was crying. I called my husband. I was like, they don't care about me. They don't care about my child. Like, they just don't care. And my husband was like, babe, calm down. So I'm texting friends that just had babies, and they like, yeah, unfortunately, child, you don't really get ultrasounds. So, yeah, so March 30th still has not come. So what we did was I ended up calling a 3D ultrasound place here, and where we're stationed, and I set up an appointment, and my husband and I, we both was like talking to my stomach like, look, little one, cooperate, because they tell you when you sign everything, you do not get a refund. If you're coming for gender and the baby's legs are crossed, you don't get your money back. So we was laughing at that. Needless to say, yeah, which again, I was laughing at my husband because we found out at 14 weeks. Well, y'all, we are having a little boy. He is going to be a junior. That is not up for discussion. First ultrasound, like the first picture, even the ultrasound lady was like, yeah, he is not modest. And I was really, like you do something, like somebody say something and you kind of get happy. I was so proud of myself because halfway through the ultrasound, she said, you must drink a lot of water. And I explained to her, I was like, yeah, I was getting dehydrated. So I, really try to stay on top of my water. And she was like, oh, I could tell. She said, because your amniotic fluid looks perfect. She said, this is how it's supposed to look on the ultrasound. She said, yours looks perfect. And she was like, she was explaining, she was like, yeah, you know, some women, unfortunately, come in, you could tell who drinks water and who doesn't. So y'all, I was like, oh, me, okay. But even though we both wanted a little boy first, for my husband, we did, you know, I was like, I really want him to, you know, he didn't have a real relationship with his father, his biological father, and all that. So I'm not gonna go into all that, but I really wanted a boy for him. Y'all, I'm just trying to wrap my head. I've accepted it. Don't get me wrong. I am. I'm very happy because I wanted it for him. But y'all, I'm used to little girls, like my nieces. I'm very used to little girls, and I'm like, ugh, what I'm gonna do with a little pee-pee. So y'all, like, and we have his, it's a boy, you know, like his picture, like for the world to see, him showing everything up on our refrigerator. And every time I look at it, I just kind of laugh, and I'm like, oh my Lord, like, so yeah, today is the 19th, I think, yeah, I think it's the 19th, March 19th. We announced in church today. We announced on Facebook today. So now I am announcing on YouTube. I'm finally uploading the videos to YouTube. But I did want to take a minute just to talk, even though I'm not doing a belly shot, to talk about weight gain. Because I am a plus size woman. But technically, I am actually smaller now than I was before I got pregnant, because I lost so much weight. I lost 15 pounds my first trimester. Hell, I lost 15 pounds in like a month, and I've only gained back 5 of the 15 that I lost. So technically I'm still 10 pounds lighter. I have no cravings except for fruit is the only thing that I quote unquote crave, if you will. I don't really eat junk food. I really wasn't a huge junk food person anyways, because you know, by my husband being in the military, you know, he has to stay in shape. His diet has to be pretty much consistent. So I try not to really, unless we both just cheating every now and then. I don't buy soda for our house. I don't just buy like Oreos and stuff like that for our house. I don't, because my husband, he doesn't really need it. But yeah, I mean, my stomach, I really want to do a belly shot, y'all. You know what, I'm gonna try a bootleg lightning all. I'm gonna try, but my stomach is really getting out there. But weight, I'm not really gaining weight, which the doctor told me everything is fine. But the fertility clinic place, you know, the doctor there told me it was fine. And now, since we're going on post, the doctor that we spoke to, I did talk to her about my weight, and she said it's fine. Which I had researched and saw that, you know, some plus size people do actually lose weight and keep the weight off during their pregnancy. And as far as our son is concerned, he is progressing perfectly normal. He hits every height and weight by week marker, so he's getting his nutrients. And it's not like I'm not eating. It's not like I'm not eating. I'm not gaining weight. I think it's really because of the amount of water that I eat, and plus I'm not what I eat, what I drink. Plus I'm not really eating like junk food. So yeah. Also, I did want to say this, because I'm going to wrap this video up. I don't want it to be too long. If you are someone who's African American and your hair is natural, I will tell you this, while you are pregnant, because pregnancy, the hormones can kind of be hit or miss on your hair. I will say that the water does help your hair. I know that because when my husband was deployed and I first started doing videos and I was drinking a gallon of water a day, I noticed that my hair was like totally different. Now my hair is pretty much the same how it was before. Can't tell it right now because yeah, I need to wash it. And like I said, this is all day hair. But yeah, so if you are natural, you know, if you are African American and you're natural, drink the water while you're pregnant. It's gonna help. As far as my husband's orders, they're almost completed, going through all the chain of commands that they need to get pushed back. Yeah, because we were going to be due at our next duty station like 3 weeks or so, but like before our actual due date, and that was not gonna work. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna try to do a bump. So hold on, y'all. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is like Tika, our dog's dog food down here. So, like I said, you clearly see my belly. And again, I have not really gained. Oh, sorry, y'all. This is my bootleg lighting. But I haven't actually gained any weight, which is crazy to me. It's crazy because, you know, I see my belly and I know people look at me like, ooh, she big, she pregnant. But I haven't gained any weight. It's all in my belly. And I'm sorry, y'all. I talked about this in my last video that I deleted, but y'all, my breasts are awful. Like, they are so big, but they itch. Like, I have scratched skin off because they itch so bad. It's really, really bad. It's really bad, y'all. So I am going, not this video, but I'm going to do a video. I'm going to try to keep it like 10 minutes or less of the stuff they don't tell you while you're pregnant. Because one of the things that I knew your breasts get big. I knew that. And I knew that could be a little bit uncomfortable. But this itching situation is ridiculous. But yeah, y'all, that's my bump. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of my bump. I know that sounds crazy, but I love it. I love my bump. Of course, I'm already in love with our son. Yeah, son. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, you know, this is pretty much what I want to have for my channel from now on. Not pregnant videos, because I'm not gonna pregnant forever, but like just more like military. Like once we actually get overseas, more military videos and stuff like that, just sharing our experience, because there's not really a whole lot of videos from people that are going where we're going. I didn't see a whole lot of videos. Hopefully I can do videos. And then there are plus size pregnancy videos on here, but it's way more, average size women videos. So that's another reason. But again, y'all, I do thank y'all for watching. As always, I make videos simply because I like doing them. That's it. And again, y'all, kudos if you can do every single week, because I have really been going through it. So, but anyways, thank y'all for watching.